We are now getting visuals coming in from Hyderabad. Look at the crowd that is gathered to hear the Prime Minister address that rally in Hyderabad. This, of course, is coming in the backdrop of the BJP's National Executive, remember, which has concluded. Big takeaways coming in as far as this National Executive meet is concerned. But now look at the crowd that is gathered to listen to the Prime Minister. First, let's just talk to you about the big takeaways that have come as far as this National Executive is concerned. The Prime Minister boosted morale of cadres in an address at the National Executive meet. He also launched a scathing attack on dynastic politics and said that the youth is rejecting their ideas as well as politics. This, of course, is very, very crucial on multiple levels. The location of the National Executive always has high importance. This time, with this taking place in Hyderabad, this also speaks about as far as the BJP's Mission South is concerned. My colleague and a political editor, Maria Shakil, is now back with us. Maria, just look at the crowd that is gathered to listen to the Prime Minister. But before we get talking about that, let's first talk about the significance of the National Executive taking place in Hyderabad and how this fits in as far as BJP's Mission South is concerned.
Yes, so the visuals are coming straight from parade ground in Hyderabad. Prime Minister is going to address a rally. The message coming from the BJP National Executive from Hyderabad is loud and clear that the BJP is going to take its battle down south very, very seriously, and they see themselves having a serious chance in ensuring that they'll make inroads in several states, including the state of Telangana. So the message that came from day one, in which BJP President J.P. Nadda addressed the National Executive. Today it was Home Minister Amit Shah who moved the political resolution. In all of these resolutions, one running theme and one dominant theme has been that in the BJP, just about every Karyakarta has a chance in growing in the ranks and perhaps even becoming the party president. You don't have to be a dynast, and most of these parties are dynasty-driven. And that is the reason why be prepared when the Prime Minister launches an all-out attack against KCR and his government. There will be an attack on the dynasty-driven politics and the party that TRS has become, with KCR, the Chief Minister, his son and daughter, all of them active members of the government and also the political party that he runs. We have seen also KCR saying guns directly at the Prime Minister and the BJP government at the centre, saying that cooperative federalism has been broken repeatedly by the centre. He has also backed Yashwant Sinha's nomination for the presidential post. And yesterday, we did see that in which Yashwant Sinha was in Hyderabad, Mr. KCR backing him. He chose not to even welcome the Prime Minister at the airport, which is part of a protocol. When the Prime Minister arrives for events in a state, the Chief Minister of a state is usually present for welcoming the Prime Minister as part of the protocol. So he skipped that protocol. And then we heard from Smriti Irani, Union Minister, who questioned Mr. KCR and said that this is the institution of the Prime Minister which has been compromised by the current Chief Minister. But having said that, 4 seats in 2019, and going ahead, BJP sees this as a catchment area in 2024. They see several states down south as a potential state where BJP can make inroads. And Ridhima, ever since Prime Minister Modi became Prime Minister in 2014, and we saw the arrival of Home Minister Amit Shah as the BJP president, then they have tried to expand the BJP. They have tried to ensure that the BJP's footprints are seen in each and every state of India. Today, the BJP has its presence in each and every district of the country. That's what they say, that, it is the party which has the maximum number of members.
Correct.
Which are registered all over. So they may not have one state in southern parts of India, Karnataka being the only one, but they are certainly fighting these states to make their presence felt. So, trying to get that toehold in most of these states, be it Kerala or even in the state of Tamil Nadu, where there is division-driven politics. But the BJP is saying that they have a chance and that they will be going all out to ensure that these states vote for the BJP favorably, particularly keeping in mind 2024 Lok Sabha polls and also the assembly elections in Telangana coming in the next 2 years.
Maria, I'll request you to stay on with us. Our colleague Arun Dhanta is also now joining us on the broadcast, and he's been tracking all these developments from Hyderabad. Arun, before we talk to you about the larger messaging which is being sent out and the message to the cadre, just talk to us about the mood on the ground and the crowd that is gathered to listen to the Prime Minister.
Well, Ridhima, BJP has prepared this program on a very, very large scale. And what they have been telling us the last 2 days that, they will be bringing close to 10 lakh people for this program in parade ground here in Telangana. And that's something which they have been tasked with. In fact, in this process, the senior leaders of Telangana BJP have spoken to different communities here in Telangana, and the responsibility was given to all of them. And in fact, when the leaders of the BJP had visited all 119 constituencies of Telangana, they have asked people to be part of this program, and also to come to this program, and also they can speak to the leaders there in that program about their problems, about their issues with which they are not satisfied, and therefore Prime Minister Modi's presence here in Telangana, addressing the gathering of such a large scale, is going to be very, very significant. And today is the final day of the National Executive. It has been already concluded with the address of Prime Minister Modi. So everyone is waiting as to what Prime Minister Modi, will speak in this program. As of now, there were so many addresses, speeches which happened inside the National Executive, which was not allowed for the media. But now the focus is going to be on this speech, this address, because Prime Minister Modi is speaking in Telangana, which BJP considers is a gateway of South. So perhaps Prime Minister Modi not only going to speak about what happened in the National Executive, but also the planning of BJP for the Peninsular India.
Arun, I'll request you to stay on with us. That address is going to take place shortly. I quickly want to